We continue our breakdown and look back at the 2014 NFL Draft with Reese's Senior Bowl Executive Director Phil Savage, and we're talking offensive line. This game's turned out some great offensive linemen over the last few years, including the #1 pick in the draft in 2013. We had to wait till the 16th pick this year. When everyone was thinking about Johnny Manziel, the Cowboys go with a solid choice.
Yeah, Jerry Jones showed more restraint and discipline than ever before. He takes Zach Martin, a player out of Notre Dame, started over 50 games for the Irish at left tackle. I think they will slot him in as a guard, but he gives you 4-position flexibility, and some people think he could even play center down the line in his NFL career. So very solid choice for the Cowboys with Zach Martin out of Notre Dame.
You mentioned centers, probably the best center in the draft this year. Weston Richburg got the Senior Bowl bump.
Yeah, Weston Richburg, of course, was a player that I saw during the season when Colorado State played against Alabama, and he just caught people's attention throughout this whole pre-draft run-up at the Senior Bowl game, the Combine, the Pro Day workouts. Very solid. He will be the person mainly responsible for securing the bottom of the pocket for Eli Manning, and if they can protect Manning better, then he won't throw 27 interceptions this year.
Yeah. Those guys both are going to make contributions in their first year. Who's your guy, though, that's going to be your immediate help out of this group?
You know, in the second round, the Cleveland Browns took Joel Bitonio out of Nevada, Reno, and Joel played primarily left tackle for the Wolfpack, but they have him slated to play guard at the NFL level. He's another player with great versatility, so if they have an injury, he can certainly move around. But look for Joel Bitonio to plug in and play on the right side of the Browns' offensive line this year.
Everyone loves a good value. Who's your value pick out of the offensive line?
I thought the best value of all the offensive linemen was a player that seemed to be underrated, at least in my opinion. Gabe Jackson, the offensive guard from Mississippi State, goes in the 3rd round to the Oakland Raiders. He may not start day one, but I would say that by 2015, he's got a chance to have a 7 or 8 year career with the Raiders.
And before the draft, you had a list of a dozen players from the Reese's Senior Bowl you thought could be selected in the first round of the draft. A couple days before the draft, maybe even the day before the draft, you called me and said, we got to add one more to that list. And sure enough, Juwan James from Tennessee goes in the first round. Late jumper. He's going to be our spotlight pick?
Yeah, he's the spotlight because he goes number 19 overall to the Miami Dolphins, and there's no disputing that they needed an offensive lineman to add to their reconstituted group. But Juwan James goes in the top 20 picks. A month ago, you would never have forecasted that, but he certainly gained some momentum. Specifically in the last couple weeks right before the draft, he'll be expected to go in and play right away. But Juwan James is a good prospect, but I think most people had him slated for the 2nd round. He jumps into the 1st round, and I promise you his wallet will be very happy that he ended up as the 19th overall pick.
I'm sure it will. We're going to wrap up the offensive side of the ball tomorrow when we look at the wide receivers as we continue our look back at the 2014 NFL Draft.